I just like to point out these guys clearly see people in their factory getting beaten up and are just, you know, unaffected. Welcome back to another episode of Games Done Slow and Bad, where we play games slowly and most often badly. Today, we are squared to finish Super Mario RPG. We are marching towards the Smithy fight. But first, we had to beat a mini-boss. So, this is pretty much your prototypical mini-boss. They banter back and forth. They don't care about Bowser at all. They only care about Mario. Bowser gets angry because he's being ignored. Funny little bit of dialogue. These guys aren't dangerous. We're going to take them out pretty much because they're nuisances and they eat turns. Our usual strategy will hold just fine. Peach will heal. Bowser will run about. In the last episode we went through, and it actually took a lot longer than the video you're going to see. But I actually... Oh, do they keep coming? Well, enough of that then. We went through and we looked up all the locations of every single hidden chest in the game, which I thought was a neat little thing. If you're playing around at home, you now have a comprehensive listing of where to go in reverse order. So, you know, it's probably not something as a completionist you're going to do as it comes. It's just that you don't get items that are that important. But as a completionist trying to get to 100%, I can totally see you going back and grabbing the chest. So we sort of made it in that order. The only, you know, single one that I would say, you know, need to get early is that initial one of where you had to jump on Toad's head in the Mushroom Kingdom. We're gonna just fast forward through this. Like the moon over the day, my genius and brawn are lost to these fools. Oh well. Alright, so we are officially going to take the XP booster off of Mario. I'm thinking a good amulet will do him well. Another one of these guys. I'm afraid that it's impossible. So, Peach comes off looking a little pathetic. You know, not the most shocking thing in a Mario game. This is a very uneventful fight. We're gonna fast forward right through this nonsense. We can't run away now. We gotta keep these lowlights out of our worlds. Yep, thank you, Peach. I just like to point out these guys clearly see people in their factory getting beaten up and are just, you know, unaffected. Just a safety save. Alright, here we go. Factory Chief. Mario, I'm surprised to see you here. But this is the end of the line for you. This is the closest you'll get to Smithy, so savor the moment. Hump, you'll be fodder for my incredible invention, the gun yoke. Wrong person. This guy looks incredibly silly, but is actually quite troublesome. He packs a lot of special attacks, which, as you know, based on our specking, doesn't bode well for us. We're going to heal right through it, because we're champs. That's what we do. This guy here is not a tremendous amount of problem. We're going to get rid of him, though, just right off the bat. So here's the Breaker Beam from the Axum Rangers fight, making a return. Annoying, this time doing a lot more damage. So those group hugs will be coming quick. That's what I like to see. I hope that every attack goes after Peach. That'd be just lovely from here on out. Alright, Factory Chief is down. We're gonna hit this guy with a frying pan for 1 damage and move on to the next guy. Here's that Breaker Beam again, which is probably the most nasty of the attacks that he has. I mean, to do 120 points to Bowser is no joke. I can only recover 105, which means that every time he does that, I actually end up down health points. Echo Finder? Of course. Status effects. Well, that's why we have Peach, right? Breaker Beam. Here we go. This guy's pretty quick. Surprisingly so. Again, after some of the other fights we've had recently in terms of optional bonus fights, this really isn't a big deal, but... So this is our typical strat that we've used for a while of heal with Peach, hit with everybody else. And it's so far working out. This Breaker Beam will not take out Bowser, but he should end up with about 4 HP. Yep, 4 HP. There we go. Alright, 60 XP. The production line hasn't halted. Look, Mario, this is where the weapons come from. This must be where Smithy makes his weapons. To find the last star piece and to stop the factory, we're going to defeat him first. Mario, there's no turning back now. Are you ready? Yup, let's do this. Our quest is almost over. And when the time comes... Come on, let's get this show on the road. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, he knows that the jig is up. Oh, and we've been healed back up. He knows that the jig is up. His existence is entirely predicated on this quest. Without this quest, he never comes down from Star Road and never meets any of these people, which is sort of a deep little thing, if you think about it. Here we go. And here is Smithy. Hey, there's the last star piece. Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright then. How about a little demonstration? Yo, Smithy. Stop making those things and hand over the star piece now! No. So you're Mario. Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. Just hand it over and get out of my castle. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know, I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Please don't make us go through anymore. Just give us the star now. That's honestly how I feel at this point, having gone back and found all those stupid hidden chests. Why don't you give me your stars? Then I could easily conquer this world. Then we can get rid of all the wishes and create a world filled with weapons. Isn't that a wish, though? I feel like this is a circular loop, because he's wishing for that. He'll crush us all, by the way. Oh, enjoy the music, by the way. The music goes from awesome to extra awesome in this fight. we are going to blow through our stock because we got 2 guys to attack, so why not just assault them? We can be rather sure that we do more damage hitting them, but hey, you know what? We're here. Let's do it. Leave nothing on the table. Meteor Swarm. So this is a cool attack. Optically, it does quite a bit of damage. It's pretty much equivalent to that Breaker Beam that we looked at earlier. Smithy has some of the coolest moves in the game, in addition to easily the best soundtrack. Alright, so here we go. This thing vomits out some metal. And Smithy hammers it. By the way, let's go through some names. We have Smithy and Smelter. And that's a Shaper, who is made from the metal that was extruded from the guy right there, which is sort of interesting. Sword Rain. Here's another new attack to this. You're getting cut with a bunch of swords flying through the air. Smithy then drops a sledge on us, and there's a pretty good chance that some of the party members go down. Ooh, really close, but nope. I should have used the rock candy. That would have gotten it done. Let's get the rock candies out. You can't take them with you. Alright, group hug. So as you can see, we are absolutely nowhere near running out of special points. So we are going to keep rocking the special points. And also, as you can see, based on that last attack from Smithy, he did 12 damage to Peach, who we haven't seen getting damaged more than 1 damage at a time in a while. So he is pretty legit. Alright, Smelter's going to come down first because we don't want any more of these guys, and we're getting another one. Great. So the nice part is that first barrage of items gave us a good head start. Alright, I think that's going to take Bowser down. Nope. Wow, 11. He's holding on there. Alright, that guy was a nuisance, so he's gone now. So by the way, you don't have to fight this way. I made a decision very early on to spec out in this way, where Mario would just do attacks, and Bowser would just do attacks, and Peach would carry the team. Peach is easily the most important member of this setup, and this setup only works if you use Peach in this way. There is no wrong answer. What do we got? Sledge. Boom! I like it because it looks like the sledge from Super Mario World. When you're doing a level and the sledgehammers fall from the ceiling. Just interesting little observation. Alright, Nuisance Sword Rain. Wish that wasn't happening. Nuisance Meteor Swarm. Although, Jesus, that is the coolest animation in the game. Alright. As anticipated, Bowser's down. We're actually going to run a comeback on him. I suspect that we're going to be alternating comebacks for a while, until we get our feedback underneath us. Or I could use a pick-me-up to make that a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, the timings here are such that... yeah, Mario's going to go down. You know, we'll use a pick-me-up. Get our feedback underneath us. Peach's healing, unfortunately, due to the speccing that she has, doesn't outpace the damage 100%. In other words, some of those attacks are dealing 120 damage. Peach is only healing off 105 damage, so every time they run through, we're getting 20 damage worth of extra. And as long as that other guy is on the field, that's a problem. Which is why Smelter needs to go down pretty quick. Sword Rain. Oh, I did not want to attack him at all. Oh well. Excellent. So we took the Smelter out. We took the other guy out. Now on to Smithy, who is unable to call more allies and is now just going to drop specials that we can heal off. So Smithy is a tank. He takes an obscene amount of damage with really no ill effects. So we are going to have to just hit him a lot. Many times a lot. He has basically as much health as the previous Kulex battle that we did as one guy. So he just absorbs damage and shrugs at you. He's like, what do you want from me? We're going to try and blitz him down to get to his second form. No! Calm down, Smithy. Your head looks like a geyser. Drill bit. Don't get so worked up. Think of your blood pressure. Shyster. We just built this yesterday, and the foundation's very weak. So stop shaking the floor. How utterly annoying! Boom. Uh-oh. Huh? What the? How the heck? Well, they just told you what's going on. Alright, phase 2. No! Ow! I'm burning, seething. Never have I been so wronged. It is time. I will show you my real form. I will show you my true power. I will teach you respect, and I shall have my revenge. No! I actually... He looks so derpy, it's amazing. Go! Ow! Come on, you puny ants! So, okay. Here's how this works. There's two smithies. There's the head and there's the body. The body hits and the head turns into something different. The head, I believe, if memory serves, is the more dangerous one, and we're going to take that out first. So it will change into different things and allow him access to different attacks. So he's multiple enemies essentially in one right now. Magnum. Okay, this is, I think, an all-or-nothing attack that is pretty much a KO fest. Whereas the body will generally just try and knock us out. We're probably going to pop some of those red essences. So those red essences are things we picked up in the previous run-through, harvesting all of the remaining hidden chests. I can't stress enough how valuable they are, and I wouldn't recommend blowing them earlier in the game than this. Alright, so Bowser is up. Mario is up. And I don't know how long they last, but we're going to group hug these guys up. So here is the one flaw in my methodology. If Peach gets knocked out by one of those one-hit KO attacks, I am in rough shape. I only have a handful of pick-me-ups on me. So in this wizard form, he's going to do all sorts of special attacks. Unfortunately, it's my weak point. So the hope is he doesn't stack two on top of each other like that and potentially take someone out. We're going to try and just heal through everything. I actually would argue that this form is a little bit easier than his previous form, even with the one-hit KOs. Simply due to the fact that I can heal it off. Alright, Dark Star, we've seen this before. So as Star comes and jumps on her head, it doesn't kill Peach because she's very tanky. And as long as he keeps going into this form, we're going to be able to do some damage. Sword Rain. So yeah, his special attacks are devastating. And this is exactly what we hope for. We hope that every time that Sword Rain comes up, or an attack like that, that the next subsequent attack goes after Peach. Alright, we are healing like a boss. Spear Rain, here's another weapons-based attack. Again, super devastating, and we don't want that to happen. Oh, we blocked it and saved himself. Oh, thank the Lord. I mean, it's not like a huge deal if Bowser or Mario go down. We can bring them back up with Peach. What I don't want is to get into a point where we're constantly behind because we're trying to res people. I could use a miss right now. Alright. Wasted turn. I think this is a super defensive version, yeah. I can't remember, but I want to say... Alright, this is one of those ones I think that softens you up, so we're going to definitely heal up this one. I think one of his heads actually has the potential to heal him, and that's why I think we want to knock it out pretty quick. Alright, here's a cool one. This one, if the status effects based on a random slot machine type deal in his head, easy to heal off with Peach. You're going to see I'm going to say that a lot. This is not the one I run the most often, because I usually like to have Geno in the party, just because it feels right. So he usually subs out Bowser. But I do like having Peach. God, I cannot hit a timed hit to save my life. Alright, we're going to use a Caracoler, I think, rather than continuing to burn FP on this. Alright. So, Caracoler actually also brings up our FP, so now we are, I mean, we're just set. We're pretty much God mode at this point. This is pretty much burning this down so we can all see the end of this, this movie here. I mean, Peach is basically immune to everything. You can shut off my special attacks because I pretty much only do regular attacks. I actually don't even feel the need to heal it off, but I'm going to anyways just in case. Because everyone should just be at 100% health, because why not? Alright, here's where we can do our damage. This guy's the maximum DPS, but also the best potential to do damage. Alright, Boulder. That's one we haven't seen this round. Yeah, so he has access to basically all of the high-level attacks that we've seen to date. Which is interesting. It's nice to see them all come back. Some of the stuff he can also do is just awesome. The music is awesome, the background is actually quite creepy. Everything about the ending, you know, piece of this game is wonderful in my mind. Just well done. The boss is interesting. He doesn't play the same way twice. You could get, you know, that tank, and just based on RNG, that tank could just constantly Magnum Peach over and over and over again. Which is super interesting. Go! My body and head are burning. It's not possible. I don't believe it. I'm finished, done for. Go! And there you go. Come on, Mario! Send the last one way up high! There we go. All the star pieces. Thank you, everyone. The Star Road is back to normal, and there we go. His spirit heads right up. And he's a doll once again. And with that, unfortunately, we've probably seen the last of him in any Mario game ever. With the advancement of technology into the N64, Square Enix, and Nintendo, really weren't seeing eye to eye on the disc storage format versus the cartridge storage format, and Square really moved on to make games for other systems. They own Geno as an intellectual property, fortunately. So, as we watch the blade disappear from Bowser's castle and the sky turn beautiful over his keep, we can sort of reflect on this. You'll have the little stitches in the star. Sort of a harken back to Super Mario World. And we're going to go through and watch this credit sequence. We see Mallory united with his family, being cheered on as the prince. Here we see Bowser in the Koopa Troop, the real Koopa Troop, rebuilding his castle based on all the destruction that took place there. We see Jonathan Jones, I believe it was, overlooking the ocean, enjoying peace in his sea. We see Krocko racing the Yoshis, and unfortunately trying to lure them away with a coin and failing. And we see him coercing or talking to Boshi over in the corner. We didn't see this guy, but he's a conductor over at the Frog Pond. We didn't need to because we had all the items we needed, and he's really an item dump. But we see him sort of starting an orchestra. We see Booster and Valentina getting married, overseen by Dodo. Two weird people couldn't belong together more. And lastly, what do we see? We see Mario and Peach together with Yoshi, the Chancellor of the Mushroom Kingdom, and Toad, thanking us for playing this wonderful game. And hey, you know what? Thank you. I am glad that I get to play this game as the credits roll. And why am I glad I get to play this game? This is one of those rare games that doesn't have a sequel. It didn't have anything to put a bad taste in your mouth after. It is exactly what it is, and that is a great Mario game that was completely outside the box. Now you might say, hey, Paper Mario, well, no. I mean, it started out pretty similar to that, but just based on the breakup of Nintendo and Square, it never developed into that. So this game is really one of a kind. And for that, I appreciate it. I appreciate its uniqueness. I appreciate the fact that, there's nothing else that I'll ever play that will bring these, bring these feelings back about a game. So, as we go through and we watch the credit scene, I, as always, want to thank everybody for tuning in. You obviously have a ton of options online when it comes to content. Now, I might not be a speedrunner, I might not be showing you the best tips and tricks to get through certain games. I'm meandering through, I'm talking to you, I'm hoping you're having a good time, I'm having a good time, and as we go, I hope that's enough for you. So, with that, I want to thank you as always. We're going to let the credits roll through, but I want to let you know that I truly appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good night.